Hey guys, Mustang here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so today I'm finally doing the 200% leader skill showcase for the physical LR androids. I've always been a big fan of this unit and the android team in general, as a lot of you people know. I was very hyped to pull them off of their first banner. And obviously, I only got the one copy, but now, of course, they are Rainbow full level 10 links. And we're going to see how well they do under the 200% leader skill. So I gave them a pretty even mix of additional and crit. Because they have dodge in their passive, but I wanted to give them some extra defense back when I was trying out multiple different builds for the androids ESBR no item run. So I gave them a bunch of defensive skill orbs, including some dodge. I mean, the silver one's only level 2. I never have any good silver skill orbs, but there you go. So when we look at their super attack effects, I feel like this is true of a lot of units, and it's probably the reason why they aged as quickly as they did, is because their super attacks, they do colossal damage and lower attack and defense, or mega colossal damage and lower attack and defense. So obviously they have no attack or defense raising on their super attack effect. And then their passive is key 1, attack and defense 78%, which is quite low. Then they have a medium chance to dodge, which is 30%, when HP is 66% or more. So if it's 65% or less, they can't dodge. And then they give android allies 2 key and 40% attack. We can exchange into 16 when HP is 66% or less when we have 2 or more androids on the team, or when we fight against a cell. So we're coming into the new, like I say new, the latest Infinite Dragon Ball history, the Cell Games one, just because we have a guaranteed 2 fights against Cell, because it doesn't include the Cell Juniors. Because I tried to record this run on the GT Goku event, because I think the Vegeta event would probably be a bit too much for them to handle. But because of how powerful Cell and just the team in general are, I never managed to drop below the 66% HP. So obviously on this stage, we will get a chance to do that guaranteed, because we will fight against a Cell. So on this turn, we only had 2 links active and 40% support. So not a crazy attack stat to start off with, but it's kind of like a baseline for them. Their best link partner, funnily enough, is the new physical 16 and 18. So we're going to get them floated off here. They share 5 links. And then the 2 links that they're missing from them, they actually share with the friend summon AGL LR android. So when we get the rotation where we can put this physical 16 and 18 in slot 1, the LR androids in slot 2, and then the friend LR androids in slot 3, they are going to have all 7 of their links activated. So obviously that is going to be their best turn. In terms of defense, anyway, because remember the AGL LR androids only provide defensive support. They don't provide attack support. And then the physical 16 and 18, depending on the enemy we're fighting, they either give you more attack or more defense, depending on whether it's a super or an extreme enemy. So if it's super, you get more attack. If it's extreme, you get more defense. So that is going to be good for seeing the for seeing the Android 16 turn. Because obviously Android 16 comes out and is supposed to be like a defensive juggernaut. So it makes sense to for us to get that extra defensive support. So I'm not going to transform them in this fight. Although I guess this one is physical, which means we're type neutral. I think the cell we fight towards the end is int. So we actually have type advantage. So I guess the tanking that we'll potentially see from 16 won't be as impressive. But the round against Cell is just what we need to trigger the transformation, right? And then we get to be Android 16 for 3 turns. So ideally, we can exchange into 16, finish off Cell, and then have 16 out for that final phase against Gohan. At least that's the plan, anyway. So we'll see. The android's coming in clutch, getting that 30% dodge off against the super attack. We definitely love to see that. And then second form Cell, finishing him off here. Get the transformation into second form Cell with the AGL. I think the friend that I grabbed, or at least the friend that the game recommended, was a rainbow Cell. We got the double Cell turn, so let's just drink some water. Remember to stay hydrated, everybody. Yeah, while we watch these 2 Cell transformations back to back. Okay. And then I guess we do this for now. I need to get the LR androids floated off so we can actually get them over to that rotation to provide that defensive support and those extra 2 links. But I never like, even in a showcase, I don't really like putting like the two leaders next to each other so one of them doesn't get any links, just for the sake of like fixing up the rotation. I don't normally like to do that. So second form Cell, I mean, you can see his weakness there. It's the same as Goku and Gohan before they exchange, is that he's not super good in slot 1. Obviously once he becomes second form Cell, is it when he gets to second form Cell is when he picks up the dodge chance, and then as perfect Cell he has the dodge and crit chance. So you can get lucky obviously with the dodges, but that is the biggest problem with him, is that he can eat a lot of damage if he takes a super attack in slot 1. So that's something you have to be careful of. And then of course the LR androids, they can get additionals against super class enemies, so we get the triple attack turn here. So their defense would be looking really nice if they actually needed to take an attack there. But my 55% second form Cell, decent damage I guess from him. So will they finish them off here? I don't know if they would, but we don't get any extra links by putting them in the middle, so we might as well just put them there and get the see if we can get those dodges again. We've only got one attack in slot 1, so we should be okay here. We didn't get the dodge, but they're still taking double-digit damage, and now we're at a 5 million attack stat. So, I mean, their defense on their best turn is still only around like 200k. I think the rotation where we get the AGL LR androids with them, because they do provide that extra defensive support, I think we're at like 220 or something. So obviously that is the big issue with them, and the reason why they fell off being able to be used in really difficult content is because 200k defense is just not really enough. And then once you start getting into events that cancel dodge, then that's when it starts to become a little bit more sketchy. And obviously 30% chance to dodge is nice, but you're not really going to be putting them in slot 1 against, like, I don't know, say let's talk about like the Vegeta event, for example. When you get to the second to last stage, so you can still dodge, but it's against physical Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, who obviously does a lot of damage. You're not going to be putting them in slot 1 and hoping for the 30% dodge chance. But look how tanky Cell is. This is the Rainbow Friend. Now that he's perfect Cell, with all this support on the rotation, that was not a lot of damage that we took, considering it was a type disadvantage super attack. So obviously the AGL LR androids providing a huge amount of extra defense for him there. So very good. But yeah, that was he tanked that super way better than I was expecting. So once you get a little bit of support around him, obviously his defense even pre-super is very good. And then you factor in that 35% chance to dodge. He has a 35% chance to crit. So yeah, he is crazy good. I will at some point, maybe closer to the weekend, I'm going to do a top Dokkan Fest TURs on global list. So only the ones that are on global right now. So obviously Ginyu is not going to be on there. Let me know what you guys think down below. I don't know whether to just do a top 5 and go into a bit more detail overall, or to do like just a top 10, because I feel like the top 5 are going to be the ones that are super hard to separate. Because in terms of global right now, you've obviously got like the top 4 is going to be some combination of Kid Buu and Goku, and then Goku, Gohan and Cell. So it'll be interesting. I'm not sure the best way to do that. So we can actually exchange here. I think we should, because I'm pretty sure 16 has an AoE. So I did not have the active skill thing on. So let me reset, because we might as well see that. Well, yeah, that's what I get for always link leveling, having those things turned off. So let's go ahead and check this out.
Android 16?
The time has come to fight, even before I meet Goku.
I'm strutting in like an absolute Chad that he is. So now he still has the same 5 links. Actually, it's not the same 5 links, is it? Because one of his links changes to tough as nails, but he still has 5 links active with the physical 16 and 18. Tough as nails gives us 20% defense and 5% damage reduction. So now that we have transformed into 16, we can do the Hell Flash, is the 12 key super, greatly raises defense for 1 turn, does colossal damage to the enemy and lowers attack and defense. And then his 18 key is greatly raises attack for 1 turn, does mega colossal damage to the enemy while sacrificing 6% HP. I don't know why I thought he had an AoE. Probably because it looks like an AoE, I guess. So I guess we should go for his highest damage one, even though it does mean we lose some HP. But that was his super attack effects. Let's look at his passive. So key 6, attack and defense 200%, high chance of performing a crit, and then launches an additional attack when there is an Android/Cell Saga enemy, which there is. So this is going to be a pretty good looking turn for our boy 16. What is his defense? 328k. And remember, he also has, just from that Tough as Nails link, he has 5% damage reduction, which doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're also rocking like nearly 350k defense, that is pretty good. So let's see, this is without support in slot 3 as well. So 6.24. I mean, considering how good he is defensively, I would say that is actually pretty good. So blows up here, gets that crit chance, and then there's that guaranteed additional. So 3.5, slam him into the ground. I think this is the one that I thought was an AoE, because look at that. I mean, kind of looks like an AoE, right? The whole island basically exploding. And then he got an additional normal. That was from the hidden potential system, because the additional super was guaranteed. So we could have got another super attack from him. So against an Android/Cell Saga enemy, he can triple super, which is pretty good. They don't guard, but they don't need to. And then Cell. If Cell gets some additionals here, we might actually clean up the last of the Cell Juniors. I think that means our transformation, or sorry, the exchange, is not going to last until we get to Gohan, unfortunately. But that is what it is. So let's do this. We'll do this. Cell's defense on this turn is 310k. So that is pretty good. He might take damage if the physical one super attacks him. This is the STR one, so I can't imagine this is going to do that much. Or it's going to do 0. Man, seriously, Cell... man, I find it so hard to rank those top 4. I'm definitely going to do that video. You guys will have to let me know what you think. But, like, Perfect Cell at 55% has 35% chance to dodge and 35% chance to crit. And he's AGL, so his free ability is additional. So he could still multiple super that are all crits and then dodge all of the attacks that come his way at 55%. So that's pretty interesting. I mean, obviously, when I do the top 10 or top 5 video, it will be based on like Rainbow. So obviously, it's not quite the same. And yeah, look, now we can have the all links active turn. Oh, this is going to be pretty spicy. So let's do this. Defense, now that we have the androids here for defensive support, 390k. And if we do the 12 key, he greatly raises defense, which is 50%. But we obviously want to get the 18. Well, I mean, we can't not get the 18 key on this rotation, but we want to see his attack here against Cell. So we're going to get the Dokkan attack with the 16 and 18. I mean, they're not going to do a huge amount of damage, so I might actually hit the nodes. Did we guard? I mean, we're fighting an int enemy, so it doesn't matter as much, but we did not guard. I think if their guard activates, we still technically would have taken less, but either way, it's all good. There wasn't a huge amount of damage. So let's hit the nodes for them. They're rocking a 2.1 attack stat. Not crazy, but again, because we're against an extreme enemy, they're providing more defense support than they are attack. So this is a super defense support heavy turn here for these units. And yeah, 16 being at almost 400k. Like, if these guys get an easy A, if they made their transformation condition a slightly easier to get, which I know there's a whole thing about like active skill transformations being impossible to change with the current way the game works. But, oh, he does also get the guaranteed super again, remember, because it's an Android/Cell Saga. So his defense is now like 500k or whatever. And Cell's just dead. There's those crit chances coming in as well. So, yeah, the Android's looking pretty good. Or at least Android 16 looking pretty good. The 17 and 18 part, unless they're getting their dodging, like they're not doing a huge amount of damage. Now, Super Battle Road, they obviously could be quite good if they're getting their dodges. Because in like Extreme Super Battle Road, for example, they will get absolutely destroyed with no items. That's why I did not use them in the no items run. But they have a dodge chance, which if you get good RNG, then they're not going to take damage anyway. And then they lower attack on both of their supers, which is good. So even if they get, like, you get their 18 key super for the most damage, then they get an additional super, double attack lowering. That's something that's really, really powerful in Super Battle Road. So they could have their uses, but their problem is just their base defense when they're in the 17 and 18 phase. 16 though was still actually really, really impressive. I am actually quite surprised that 16 was as good as he was. So now they are back to normal. Let's do this. Do we get... If they don't guard, then in slot 1, then we might actually die. So I'm going to heal but not use a damage reduction item, and we'll see what happens. If this is the last turn, then it's the last turn. So let me know what you guys think. I mean, we're going to make this the last turn anyway, right? So let me know what you guys think down below of the LR androids. Do you think they deserve the easy A much more than physical cell? Obviously, AGL cell really needed that really good link partner. But the physical androids, because of their support capabilities and everything, they would have just benefited the whole team overall. Because if they were good enough, you could run them on main rotation. And then if they were just really good support but solid enough to hold their own, then they'd be like a must-run slot 3 unit for the cell team. So let me know what you guys think down below. Obviously, their attack stats aren't too crazy. Their defense in this form isn't too wild either. Can we dodge against Gohan? I don't know if that is actually a thing, but we only got the 1 attack anyway. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.